What's up, Brokies? Let me teach you about market structure, how to find your bias. We're gonna get right into it. We're on the daily time frame. How I get my bias for the day is I look to see if we're trading above or below the previous day's candle. Okay? Look at this candle, for instance. This candle closed below this candle. So now I'm looking for the next day for this candle to take out this low here. We closed below this low here. So what are we looking for? For it to go down again. So we close below this candle again. Now, we didn't close all the way below this candle. So what does that mean? That means there's a rejection in this area and the buyers are coming in. So I'm looking for this candle to close above this candle, which we do. So that means today I'm looking for this candle to take out this candle's high. All right. Now we need to get down to the lower time frames to confirm this. All right. So we're going to draw down to the 4-hour. And you're going to hear people say higher highs, higher low, lower highs, lower low. What does that mean? That means if we are bullish, all right, we're going up. Let me do it to the line so I can explain a little better. We're going up. We're in an uptrend. Okay. We are bullish on the 4-hour. Okay. Just because we have these down moves does not mean that we are bearish. Those are just retracements, which is pullbacks in the lower time frames, but in total, we are still bullish. Okay. Now, I'm going to teach you about higher highs, higher low, lower high, and how to identify them. Okay. So if we're bullish going up, that means we want to see more higher lows and higher highs made. Okay. Now you can tell if it's a higher low or higher high by elbows. These pointy parts right here are called elbows. Okay. Now, not elbows, not all elbows are valid. I'm going to teach you how to identify the valid ones. The valid ones are the swing points. So let's put it here. Let's mark this as higher low. Let's put this one here. Let's mark this as higher high. Boom. Now let's flip back to the candlesticks. Okay. Anything that happens in between these two lines, in between the higher high and higher low, is just market structure. Just because we get an impulse move down does not mean we're now bearish. Okay. We're still in an uptrend. All right. We only become bearish when we get a candle close below this higher low. So all of these are higher lows and higher highs. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. How to identify them? As long as we keep breaking this candle's high and respecting, that means we're making higher highs. Okay. Any of these right here, these are not higher lows. These are not lower lows. These are still just market structure. Okay. Because we keep what? We keep closing above. We're closing above. We're closing above. Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. All of these are higher highs. None of these down moves here are higher lows. This is a higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. Got it? Cool. All right. Now let's drop down to the 1-hour. So so on the 4-hour, we're making higher highs and we still have this higher low here. So we keep making higher highs. So what does that mean? We're bullish. Okay. Now, if I were to drop down to the 1-hour, we want to see the same thing to confirm that for that day that we're going to trade, that we're making higher highs and higher lows. Let's forget about that one over there. I'll just draw a new one. So for today, right? Let's start. Where's today? Today's what? Today's Thursday? Okay. We're Thursday. Let's start at that 0 mark. Okay, right here, this candle here. Okay, cool. Now, I'm gonna start, let's just start here so I can explain it really good. I don't want you to mess up anything. Okay, so let's start for here, right? Now, starting from on Monday, this is a lower high, this is a lower low. Why? Lower high means the last high before we go low. Okay. Anything in between is called what? Market structure. Just because we make a move up here does not mean that this becomes a lower high. Okay. Or this becomes a higher low and this is a higher high. No, That's just market structure. That's just the market building some structure. Okay. As long as we keep getting candles that close below, we are what? Bearish. Okay. When do we become bullish? We become bullish once we get the candle that closes above this range here, right? So now this candle here would make us be considered bullish now. So this would flip to a higher high. This would flip to a higher low. Now, where does the higher low go? The higher low goes to the last low before we go high. All right, so this was the low. Now, where is the last low before we go high? Which would be over here. You go to your line chart, you see right here, we get an elbow. Okay, now this is our higher low. Got it? Cool. Now we go to the 15-minute. We want to see the same exact thing. Okay, hold on. This is from my trade earlier. Delete that. Delete that. Let's delete this too. Okay. Okay. Now look, this is a higher low. This is a higher high. Okay, and we want to put the, I forgot to say that, my bad. We want to put these lines at the bodies. We do not care about the wicks. The wicks are rejections. We want to be confirming our moves. So we need body closures. Okay, why is this a higher low? Because this is the new low that we made before we went high. But also this before was our lower low. Let me redo it. This here was our lower low. And this here was our lower high. Lower high. Okay. As you can see, we had a candle closure above here, right here. Okay. This was our first candle closure above, flipping our bias back to what? Bullish. Okay. See, when we get the candle close above, now this becomes a higher high and this becomes a higher low. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a couple of them and I just want you to test yourself. I'll be quiet for like 5 seconds so you can see for yourself if you got it right or not. Damn, why is this shit not deleting? Okay. Now, okay. Let's see we get a good one. Okay, this is cool. This is good. This is good right here. This is good. This is a good one. Lower high and lower low. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, this was our lower low before all these candles were made, right? Now, this is our new lower low, the last low before we go low, low, low. Where does this lower high go? Does it go 1, 2, or 3? Which one? Bang, you got it right. 3. Okay, psych, no. This is still our lower high. Okay, anything that happens in between is called what? Market structure. Okay, this keeps going down. We keep going down. Okay, now let's flip. We get a candle that closes above here. When? All the way over here. Okay, lower high does not work like this. Lower high does not work by moving it down to a new high. That's not a lower high. That's just what? Market structure. All right, now this video is getting a little too long. I'm gonna make a part 2 for this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And join the Discord, it's free.